Today we'll be talking about evolution and DNA. Back in 1839, Charles Darwin has his first thoughts about evolution. In 1859, Charles Darwin published a book on his theory of evolution. He did not publish his book sooner because he wanted to find a way to present the information without creating much controversy between religion and science. He published his second book on natural selection in 1871. Despite of all of this, he did not quite understand how parents passed down genetic traits down to their offspring. Darwin passed away in 1882 at the age of 73. In 1925, the Butler Law was passed, which banned teachers of Darwin's theory. Scopes was a teacher who taught the theory to his students. Bryan was a political figure that was against the teachings. Soon they went to court. After the court, an anti-evolution law was passed. People fought against the law and now teaching the evolution theories. The evolution theory is now allowed to be taught in schools. Later on, people began studying chromosomes and DNA. DNA is an acronym for deoxyribonucleic acid. A chromosome is tightly wound up DNA. DNA has three parts: a sugar called a ribosome, a phosphate to deal with its acidic properties, and four kinds of nucleotide bases. These bases include adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. Scientists began using X-rays to study the individual crystals of DNA. This process is called crystallography. Rosalind Franklin, James Watson, and Franklin Crick all became friends and shared their ideas with each other. Franklin used X-ray diffraction images to find out that DNA takes two forms and that DNA molecules look the same from the top and bottom. The two forms, I believe, are deoxyribonucleic acid and ribonucleic acid, or RNA. Okay, Watson found out the Franklin images that DNA was a double helix and returned to his lab to start making models of them. He realized that you could pair two of these bases, guanine and cytosine, and they're mixed together, but adenine and thymine would also mix together, but the two ones can't mix together. This one's going to be about sexual dimorphism. Female birds prefer males with bright feathers. The brightness of the male's feathers indicate the health of the male bird, which makes the male birds more likely to have offspring, which will have bright feathers, which the cycle will continue to eventually make the birds we know today. This creates sexual dimorphism, which is when one sex has a trait the other one does not. End.